This is WUSA 9 News at 11, and in focus tonight, the crime concerns plaguing D.C. and what needs to be done to save lives. I'm Leslie Foster. You and we talk about the violence in our city a lot. Just this week, surveillance video captured the moment armed men robbed people outside of a restaurant at the Wharf. No one was hurt, but at this hour, police say those suspects are still out there. And there have been no arrests tonight from a Monday murder in Northeast D.C. Someone shot and killed a man on Maryland Avenue. Also new tonight, Councilmember Brianne Nadeau says the victim, 28-year-old Devon Fuller, used to work on her staff. This is just one of our neighbors who lost their lives to gun violence this week. The question so many of us are asking is, what needs to be done to keep us all safe? Councilmember Brooke Pinto is having crime walks in each ward of the city. She stopped by Ward 8 today, but some are wondering if these walks will actually change anything.
I'm just going to say this, another walk to nowhere. And what's different from when you came 8 months ago and what's going to happen today? Because like Patrick said, all we've seen is more dead bodies.
Tonight, we're handing the mic to some of our neighbors to get their take on what's happening. Katie Lusso listened to a very real conversation at Mama's Safe Haven in Southwest D.C.
They say each one teach one, but you got to reach them first.
Inside Mama's Safe Haven Wednesday night, this group took a pledge not to use a gun.
Just one person at a time.
While also having a conversation. You see, every single person at this table has been directly impacted by gun violence.
I see a young man during the pandemic. He was gunned down right in front of my apartment. I prayed and I just saw him laying on a concrete, just lifeless.
I was trying to live broad daylight.
Tasha McNeely says it happened a few years ago just down the street from Mama's Safe Haven on Half Street.
I was scared for my mother's life.
Her son Aaron will turn 11 on Monday. He is so clearly traumatized by what happened to his mom, but also by the gun violence he constantly hears about in his neighborhood.
It makes me feel very it's hard for me to even come outside without that thought.
Helping kids through the very real trauma of gun violence and making sure that trauma doesn't lead to them picking up a gun is the goal of Mama's Safe Haven.
We don't want them to feel like that's the answer.
Beverly Smith is the founder. They've been around for 10 years, but this space on Half Street in Southwest is all new.
This is where you can come and sit down.
Wednesday night, she showed the group around. A space she hopes will be a much-needed safe haven.
Teaching our youth life skills, that you have a safe space to be yourself.
Now they plan to offer things like yoga, meditation, cooking, and even barber classes, and really just provide a safe space for the kids and the community. And once all of that is up and running, Leslie, I plan on going back to check it out for a future story.
Those kids deserve to be able to go outside and not be traumatized, and their families do too. So Katie, we know you will stay on this story, and so will we.